there, welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I wanted to do a quick tutorial on these little flowers right here that I've attached to a paper clip. And this one I used a pink marble button. And here I'm just using as a bookmark in my journal. But they're super easy to make and they're super cute. And it's a good way to use your little scraps of fabric. And so I have a little piece left, but this is just lace that I used here in this journal, and I had some left, and I figured let's figure out what we're gonna do with this instead of throwing it out. So for these flowers, very simple. You just need 4, well, maybe 5. You'll need your little piece of ruffle. It'll need to specifically be ruffle ribbon because it already kind of has the shape of the flower and you're just kind of gluing it and assembling it. So ruffle ribbon, any color you like. If you want to do a paper clip, these are jumbo paper clip blanks that I got on Etsy a long time ago, so I don't know if the store is still open, but I will link a similar store or similar item if I can't find these. You'll need some fun fur or eyelash trim, whatever you want to call it. And you'll need glue, obviously. Actually, this one's empty, so I'm going to take this one. And you'll need a scissor. So if you want to craft along with me, go ahead and get those things and we will join right on back. Okay, and we're back, and if you hear thundering, it is thunderstorming pretty badly here today, so please excuse the noise in the background. Okay, so your ruffle ribbon. The first thing you'll want to do is you want to make sure that you know what's the inside and the outside. So you see how the ruffle ribbon naturally kind of curves inward? That's going to be your inside, and the part that arcs out is going to be your underside. So we are going to be doing this towards us. So go ahead and grab your glue. All you need to do at first is put a little dot of glue on the bottom and another little drop of glue up at the top there. And I hope I'm in frame. And then you're going to take the other corner and stick it on top. Okay, and then the top part, stick it on the other part where you put glue. And then you want to just hold until it adheres well, and you might want to just leave it for a little bit, but you'll have this once you're done. So once you know that is secured, because you don't want things shifting once you start kind of maneuvering the bottom part, you can move on to the bottom. So all you need to do is we're going to do a figure 8. So basically stick the middle of this and the middle of the other side together like this. So you're gonna, and actually not just together like this, but this part under, this part over, so like this. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue in the middle there, and then again under where the glue is, and then over with the other side to create like a figure, or like call figure 8. And you're going to hold that, make sure that is nice and secure before we move on to the next part. Okay, and so you'll have this when you're done. So you'll have 2 little openings up here and one up here. We're actually going to put glue in the middle and fold one opening in, and then make sure that one's secure and glue the other opening in. So we'll do this together because I know this can get confusing. You're going to put glue right on top where you just glued the middle, like so. And so you're going to take the bottom figure 8 and bend it, hoping you can see that, and bend it over where that glue is and hold. And once it's secured, you can do your other side. And so again, glue on that part again on top, and this time we're going to glue this part down and over. I'm just going to turn it so that it's easier for me to kind of maneuver and then hold And you're going to want to hold that for a while because you want to make sure that it's absolutely set before you move on to any of the other steps. So I'm going to go ahead and keep holding this, and I'll be back when it's nice and set. Okay, and so here we have, and excuse my gluey hands, this is what you'll have. And so you just want to shape it a little bit, kind of hold the middle, and just flip it in, kind of curl it in all the way around, so that, and you can kind of hold the bottom and smush in, and that way you have like a little, just like a little, I don't know, like a little cup, little lace cup that's starting to resemble a flower. Okay, and so this is the part where we're going to kind of open it up a little bit more, and the way you do that is by every so often just making cuts along, not too far in. I would say maybe a couple eighths in, and as many cuts as you'd like. It really is up to you. And then you can start kind of tearing at it to make it look a little bit more shabby. Okay, and then still again you can turn it inwards, and you're gonna have what looks like this. Okay, and so now we're gonna get the eyelash trim. You don't need a lot. I would say, I don't know, 8 inches worth, 6 inches worth. And so this is what I like to do, is I like to go ahead and put the glue just randomly all the way around in the middle. Okay, and then I like to take my eyelash trim and kind of turn it around on my finger, because if you know anything about eyelash trim, it is kind of cumbersome to try to glue these little guys down. So just like this, and now you've got a circle, and then kind of just zhuzh it. I don't know if that's even a word. Zhuzh it, kind of like hair, I guess, until you have a nice amount spread out evenly. And now you can kind of set this down and just hold it. Don't move your finger, because then you'll move glue all over. But just hold it down until it dries, and you'll have to kind of play with it a little bit with your other hand that doesn't have glue. Just kind of move it around a little. Okay, and then once you think it's set, you can kind of let it down to let it dry. Oh, and I forgot, you'll need one more thing. You'll need buttons. So here I have my bag of vintage buttons, and a darker center would look best. So I'm going to go for black, or maybe for a dark purple. And again, the button is up to you. It's like completely your preference. I'm going to go for this black one. So just put glue in the middle and set down your button. And then once you figured out exactly where you want it, you can press down. Okay, I think that's pretty well set. Another option, which I didn't really get into, I'm going to take it a little step further and use a flat back. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue in the middle of the button, like so, and then just drop my little flat back bling in there. Okay, so once your button is set and everything's set, I just like to, again, one more time, kind of push in. Okay, you want to make sure it's dry, because otherwise you're going to have stuff sticking all over the place. Okay, and so once that is dry, I'm going to take my flat back, because it's metal and sometimes Fabri-Tac doesn't work well with metal. I'm going to take my scissor and just cross hatch the flat back so that the glue has something to adhere to, kind of like that. I'm going to put the glue on the actual flat back and then set down my flower. Okay, and now that your flower is glued and it's nice and set, you can kind of grab it very gently and kind of fold it in. And you can kind of arrange your little eyelash trim here and there. Don't pull on it because you don't want it to come apart, but there we have it, our little flower paper clip. I hope you guys enjoyed this little craft with me tutorial, and thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.